Another incident that happened earlier today. I didn't get it fresh when it was still fresh. You're supposed to, anytime you're documenting incidents, regardless of what it is, you're supposed to really write it down or whatever when it's fresh in your mind. But this is about a couple hours ago. I was in the gas station, and like I said, point is the people who follow you around. It's funny, the stalkers. It just was hilarious after it immediately dawned on me what happened. Um, the couple that was directly in front of me, they was doing the usual street theater. They were um not mocking, but I guess because I quit smoking 6 months ago, cigarettes. So their whole street theater was about them buying shorts, what they call, what cigarette smokers call shorts, or either 100s. And actually, that's a whole nother story because that's something even smokers make fun of, because the only people who smoke hundreds, what they were talking about, were what we call geek monsters in the South, the deep South. Geek monsters in the North, in the West, California, New York, they call them crackheads. But since the 80s, we call them geek monsters. Only geeks smoke 100s, Newports, 100s. If you smoke, you can sell dope and whatever, smoke cigarettes, but you don't smoke, you smoke shorts. But the 100s, that's what the crackheads smoke. So anyway, this couple, they're younger than me. This was today. They were white. I know it doesn't matter about that, because I know the whole program doesn't involve race. They're all the same, the stalkers. So they're sitting there trying to decide. They look like they're almost 30 years old. They're in their 20s. They couldn't decide to get either 100s or shorts. And they're using the terminology. And I'm just sitting there, and I wasn't really, normally with the stalkers, you get upset, but I'm just sitting there waiting on my turn. The line is long. Finally, I did what I do a lot of times, is be friendly when it's a long line. I said, why don't the both of you just quit smoking altogether? Like basically trying to tell them, just shut the fuck up. Wait, it's like 8 people in front of us and buy whatever cigarettes, but why are y'all having such a lengthy discussion between 100s and shorts? So anyway, the girl bust out laughing, just like I'm the funniest motherfucker in the world. So anyway, I'm guessing by a minute later, like I said, I didn't pay it no attention. I knew what it was, but I wasn't paying it that much attention. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is because what I've been posting about how to get back at them. And like I said, now it must be subconscious to me to piss them off, and they're the ones who are getting they little, what do you call it? They get like little gift cards to do what they doing, like $5, and now on top of that, at least the ones that fuck with me, they're getting disrespected big time, and they deserve it, because they're not regular human beings. It's not like, oh, you shouldn't be disrespectful. They're not human beings. They're fucking murderers. So not only are they, and plus also you could tell, like I said, they're narcissists, and they get off on hurting us and trying to make us, harm ourselves. So this is, definitely a comeuppance for them. And like I said, I enjoy it. Normally, I don't hurt people. Never did in my life. I always stick up for people getting hurt, even though I'm not that big a person. But trust me, I hadn't made a lot of people who were supposed to be big back down. And people know that. I've been approached because of that. Like I'm used to be wondering, like, why you're like I'm the enforcer. I'm not even that big. People want me around like I'm the bodyguard. It's been like that's part of the reason they stalk me. you know But so anyway, I could tell after I left, I didn't catch on at first, but I could tell. I'll tell you what happened real quick. I'm trying to make this short. It, what she started saying, it immediately changed, to regular gang stalking. But it's kind of weird. It's what it is. What I'm trying to say, it wasn't gang stalking. It was her actually trying to play it off because I think she was really with her boyfriend. She wasn't. They wasn't like two different gang stalkers who got hired and they was together. They do this together, and you could tell that she was playing it off because obviously what happened. She was on my whatever. And like I said, because she just and then all of a sudden she switched. When she was overdoing. Like, just the overdoing, like, bitch, even he know, like, bitch, stop lying. You already know, almost, I don't know, like a pussy got hot right then and there. And, in the store, and you could tell she automatically, at least I'll give her that much. She knew she had disrespected her boyfriend. And she's like, well, I heard, she said this. He was quiet the whole time. He laughed a little bit when I first said what I said about why don't you both quit smoking. And actually, like I said, I always obey the rules. That's why I said, why don't you both quit smoking? I didn't just say, hey, baby, why don't you quit smoking? Or da-da-da-da. I was really talking to both of them because it was a long line. It's just, and I must have forgot about the gang stalking thing, actually. And after a while, like, she gets to the point where, what started it, like back in the day when I didn't know what it was, is you could tell when somebody's talking about you, and these are complete strangers. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but still the story is hilarious. The point was, it gets to the point, well, like, I've heard that before. She said this literally, like, I've heard that, and you talk too much. So I knew she was talking about me because I heard that before. Then if you listen to this, and plus you can tell a lot of people think that who don't want to hear the truth. But the point was, I thought about it right then. I didn't pay no attention. The line split. His two cashiers. And then when I get in the car, I'm thinking about it. I just noticed what this bitch was doing. She was overdoing the. Of course I don't like him, type of shit. You could say I'm crazy, whatever, but if you, whatever, you already know what I'm saying. And that's what the whole reason I'm talking about it, because it's more on this gang stalker shit. 100% how right now, we can't take him to court, and get believed, but at least, like I said, you can get some kind of, emotional charge from just knowing that these fools that follow you and stalking you are at least not just because they have to follow you, but at least you the one who made their day miserable. And like I said, I know you know what I'm saying. She tried to play it off like all of a sudden now you got to overdo. I've heard that before. You talk too damn much. She didn't say damn much, but talk too much. But anyway, this shit was funny as far as, like I've been saying, if you look at my other posts about these are losers, and this would happen, because like I said, the dude was quiet the whole time, as usual. But anyway, you take what you want out of that. You can follow my directions if you want to. I think it would be a good thing for you. Maybe not for all of us as, what I'm saying, it'll help you personally, with your self-esteem, which I never had a problem with, but now that I know it's a field day with these folks. Like every day I find something hilarious. Peace out.